Previously on Ex-Wives of Rock.
My ex-wife is a drunk, unfit mother. There's a knock at the door, I open the door, and there's a box of flowers. They were from James. I read the note, and it said, "Let's meet without lawyers."
Look who gets to cut school.
He told me it was spring break still, and I fell for it.
Miles and Maddie are over at James's house. Well, I hope him going to stay with Dad is not something I'm gonna regret.
So Brandon and I broke up.
Well, I'm willing to do what it takes to crawl back up the hill.
One last chance.
I know right now that you're lying to me. I know right now you're lying to yourself, and you need serious help.
When you hear what the ex-wives have to say about their exes,
Cheater.
Dork. Dumbest mistake I've ever made.
it's easy to forget that at one time they actually loved these bozos. Mind you,
But you chose to go someone.
Do you have to put it like that?
the bozos haven't exactly helped themselves.
What's wrong with you?
Drunk?
That's no excuse.
You need serious help.
Take Athena's bozo, for example.
I just did 80 effing Scorpion shows this last year.
We know. We
I know you know.
James,
I
everybody
know you
knows
don't
you're a
give it
rock
a
star.
F.
James started living with another person in Portland
I apologize to you.
while having a relationship with another stripper in St. Louis. You have to understand that I don't think anything you say to me is genuine. You want me to pretend that the last 2 years just didn't happen?
Well, considering the other woman left him and he seems desperately lonely, I'd say, yeah, that's exactly what he wants.
Look, we're not getting any younger. What are we gonna do? What are you gonna go, dating? You think what are we gonna do?
Yeah. You were like the love of my life and completely,
Why are you looking there? I'm over here.
because I don't want to look at you right now because you're a disaster.
I just want to try to get something straight with you. Let's maybe talk about...
Get straight with yourself.
Okay, Dr. Phil.
If he has any chance of even having communication with me in a good way, he has to stop drinking.
No, you're standoffish. You put me off.
Wow, James, you f***ed another chick and moved her in with my kids. I'm standoffish.
Hey, man, I acknowledged it and I moved on. That was 8 months ago.
Well, I'm
now.
glad it's all good with you now.
It's not good. Would you at least agree, let's have dinner with the kids?
I would do that, but do
Let's go
not
there.
show up drunk. They know.
How can I show up drunk? I'm drinking effing tea.
He, at this point, doesn't think his drinking is a problem. And it's been a problem for years.
Okay, whatever.
Having dinner with the kids could be a bad idea, or it could be good because he may be different in front of them. I have to show that I'm trying.
So the Kottaks have agreed to dinner, but Athena is still struggling to remember what on earth it was she liked about James.
No.
Kiss me
No,
or
no,
I'll kill
no.
you.
Absolutely not. Really?
I had to ride away.
And trying to remember what she liked about an ex
You have a $2,000 order here, Sharise, for $830. Why would you not make it?
is a struggle Sharise knows all too well.
You don't like money?
Kirk is my business partner.
Go through these and pick the ones you want on each one, and that's what we're gonna start shooting.
He's also my baby daddy.
No homework again?
You put zero anything in his bag.
You gotta look in his bag. He has homework
No
every
clothes,
night.
no homework, no nothing.
Kirk does not make my son brush his teeth. There's no bedtime. There's no homework. We work together every day, so we argue every day.
You're not making any of these exact amounts, you're making more.
A lot of these things I already told you about. Now you're bringing it back to me like I never discussed it with you.
And he tells me to be quiet and do my arts and crafts like my job is so easy. It infuriates me.
So what Kirk's about to do right now won't surprise Sharise in any way at all.
Listen, the other night, Colt literally was putting everybody down that he sees, and I had to have a long conversation with him. I said, you can't do that to people. And he doesn't get it from me. Well, maybe he does get it from me.
Yeah, you're very opinionated. I don't know if you've noticed.
I'm hoping that he does it not in front of other people and only in front of me. Maybe he's trying to impress me or something. I don't know.
I think this is probably the age where they start talking shit to each other, their friends, and so.
Well, then he's got a leg up because that's what I've done for 30-something years of my
I know.
life. So.
Kirk is the smartest caveman in the room.
Anyways, we're gonna go see some houses. We have some appointments. Me and Brandon.
What are you gonna do with the other house?
I'm renting it. This
You-
is the
we
time
just
to
bought
buy.
you $1 million home.
It's not we. Hello, I bought myself a $1
Same
million
thing,
home.
this is our business, so bottom line is the money you make comes from our business, which is
So
a
how do
we.
you like that new car that I bought you that you're driving?
Kirk feels that he's directly responsible for everything good in my life, that he gets the credit. Colt included. Look what I gave you.
I rent my house out and moved into an apartment.
Correct.
For
and
right
I
now,
am going
until
to
I
rent
figure-
my house out and buy a house around the same amount at 3% rather than what I have now at 6.5%.
You won't have credit after we have 4 other properties to get another house. So where are you?
Brandon's dad has excellent credit, and he has a relationship with a credit union who's going to help us get the
you
loan.
and Brandon have been off and on now for 2 years.
This is none of your business.
But it is my business.
It's not your business.
What happens when you guys break up and you and Colt come in to live with me and my girlfriend?
Are you kidding me? I own my own business. I make money.
But
What are you talking about?
where would you go in the meantime?
Kirk's not a fan of Brandon's. He doesn't really think he's good for me. He thinks that I should dump him, and he never misses a beat to tell me so or to kind of give a little attitude.
Obviously, I want to live with him for a minute before I decide if I'm going to do it, but it doesn't hurt to go
We've
look and see
tried
what's
the
out
living
there.
together for a minute, a couple times.
What do you mean? We've been living together for months now, and it's great.
Months.
Kirk is not gonna pick my boyfriends for me. He doesn't like Brandon, that's too bad. He's the person I want in my life, and he's just gonna have to live with it.
Jesus.
Over the years, the ex-wives have learned one fundamental truth.
You
Alone.
and Brandon have been off and on now for 2 years.
This is none of your business.
but it is my business.
It's not your business.
What?
Just because a guy's no longer in your life doesn't mean he still can't complicate it.
No.
Kiss me
no,
or
no,
I'll
no.
kill you.
Absolutely not.
Athena's being reminded of that truth right now in glorious pink and blonde Technicolor.
Let's have dinner with the kids.
Do
Let's go
not
there.
show up drunk. They know.
How can I show up drunk? I'm drinking effing tea.
What happens when you guys break up and you and Colt come in to live with me and my girlfriend?
Kirk here is also trying to remind Sharise that sometimes exes can be as pleasant and helpful as gum on your shoe.
Dude, get off me, my tip.
Although Sharise is just ignoring him.
So Brandon and I are looking for houses today.
Sharise, I'm
Yeah.
True.
Hi.
Nice to talk to
Oh,
you.
it's very nice to meet you. This is my son, Cole.
Hi.
We're feeling pretty good about our relationship, and we're thinking it's long-term, so why not look for houses?
The street is very private. You have to have a code to get
love
into the
that.
street.
Brandon and I had some problems, like anyone in the past.
I don't like going out with somebody who doesn't have control of themselves. I've already lived through that. I'm not doing that again, not even a smidgen of it.
I'm gonna give it a try. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
All right, let's check it out.
So this is the living room, formal dining room.
You could actually extend this kitchen right here,
Yeah, you
too.
can extend it.
Absolutely. This is the downstairs bedroom. We have this beautiful window up to the terrace
love that
backyard.
window.
This is the master.
Oh, that's beautiful. Where's the
again.
closet?
The closets are right there.
That is the closet?
That's the closet.
Only my jackets would fit in here.
And this is
we're
the
buying.
second bedroom.
Yeah.
What I was thinking is if you made that the master, you could turn this into your walk-in closet. This would be an ensuite.
I really want that house.
Colt, do you want to go up by yourself first, or you want me to take you up there?
I'll go up by myself.
Okay. Let us know what you think.
Oh, the landscape and how modern it is. Just really nice.
How long have you guys been together?
2.5 years.
Almost.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
almost 2.5
great.
years.
Are you guys married?
No.
Oh, okay.
You see a ring on it?
All right.
Oh, I guess Brandon's still paying for that ring on layaway.
Making payments on it every month. He put a deposit down and showed me the receipt. I was like, you what? Huh? Well, what?
You said yes.
It does make you wonder how he'll afford a house if he can't afford a ring.
So the price is 1.375 million.
But I digress.
Brandon looked like he had a hernia when they told us the price.
Which I think is a deal for this private enclave.
It's unfortunately out of our budget right now. You know, the economy has hit Pink Polka Dot, just like it's hit everybody else.
But I do have another house I can show you.
Okay.
But it's in the valley.
Oh. Nobody wants to live in Van Nuys. I'm not going to Van Nuys.
Whoa, hey girl, I understand the valley's not your first choice. But Buddy here, he's no multi-millionaire.
Could I learn to love to live in Van Nuys? I don't know.
Hi. Am I still in LA County?
This is a beautiful neighborhood.
Well, it's a beautiful street in a crappy surrounding neighborhood. Does it have a burglar alarm?
It does. It's almost 2,800 square feet, just shy. Obviously, this is the living room.
Oh, it's cute.
And a wood-burning fireplace. You know, you could have 2 different sections of seating areas if you wanted.
Can we pick this up and put it in Studio City where I like to live?
No.
So here's the master, brand new windows.
Oh, well,
So
this is a
the
better
walk-in
closet than
closet.
the other one. I mean, this is livable for me.
Yes.
Brandon, I don't know where you're gonna put
Yeah,
your
where you gonna
stuff.
put your clothes?
You can have this drawer, babe.
Yeah.
Underwear, socks, shirts.
See, I'm treated.
You're done.
They
This is
walled
cool.
it off right in here.
Oh, wow.
This is not bad
No.
for Van Nuys. I like an open kitchen though. Can we take this wall down?
Absolutely. You could take this wall down
I
and
mean,
do
can
like
Brandon
a
take this wall
counter.
down?
You know, Brandon may have many great qualities, but I'm pretty sure his handyman skills aren't one of them.
So this is Van Nuys. It's $6.99. You see what you get for your money here.
Lots.
Lots.
I have to sleep on it. How many celebrities are in the neighborhood?
Not as many as there were on Valley Oak.
Very diplomatic answer.
You're tempting me, True, but it's Van Nuys. Can I lie and tell people it's Sherman Oaks?
Of course.
So for the sake of love, Sharise is about to head somewhere she never thought she'd go.
Let's go drive around the neighborhood.
And over in the acceptable part of LA, Athena's doing pretty much the same thing.
Whoa, with that knife. I agreed to have James over for dinner. Best move ever.
Do you know where Dad is or what he's doing?
Chasing Maddie down the hall.
Why?
Because he left? Yeah, Maddie was there. And and he was out of there.
Hello.
Where'd he go?
I thought you were just talking to him.
He's probably in Woodland Hills by now.
I went running down the street. I mean, which way did he go?
He literally ran out of here.
Too bad I just don't like that he took off, man.
He's been able to do whatever he wants to do.
No, he hasn't.
When I checked in to rehab Miles and Maddie needed to go stay with James, who tells him otherwise?
I tell him no. But like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Be a parent, man.
I'm being a parent. I went running down the street to find him.
Why don't we just call him?
Call him. Because I don't have an effing
Christ.
phone because I'm a loser and I lost my
There's a
cell
house phone right there.
Do you
He's
honestly
not gonna
think he's gonna
answer.
answer?
No.
He never has to answer to anybody. So
He
what-
does have to answer. He answers to me.
Really?
I'm like.
What
I'm-
would make you think that it's better for him to go home and raise himself than stay here with me?
He says it's miserable. He can't stand it.
How is it so miserable?
I don't know. Talk to him. He's
Because there's a parent here, and he hasn't had one
But
in years.
There's a
He-
parent at home in our house. He was with me all summer on the tour bus.
He did not take them on tour. He took them to New York City where he cut them loose. He probably hung out with them 4 hours the entire time.
She
You
has
let him and
nothing-
Miles loose in New York on their own. There's real world and then there's make-believe James world. And you're full of shit. Get out. I've heard enough, I've seen enough, I've had enough. He just needs to go.
Let me use that knife.
To be a rock star requires many qualities,
No.
not the least of which is sheer audacity.
But you chose to go someone.
Do you have to put it like that?
I mean, it takes a special kind of bravado to cheat on Athena,
I apologize to you.
then beg her forgiveness.
Let's have dinner with the kids.
That kind of nerve can drive rock fans wild,
You
has
let him and
nothing-
Miles loose in New York on their own.
but it makes Athena want to stab James in the throat.
I came to you with an apology to try to get things together, but I'm not gonna sit down and kiss your ass because you know what?
Then get out, because you need to kiss my ass.
Yeah, but you know what?
Get out of my house, James. You're not welcome back. You know how many people got destroyed from this whole mess? A lot of people. That didn't have to happen.
So it looks like Athena may have been carjacked on the road to domestic bliss. And Sharise here may be packing for the very same trip.
I'm having a barbecue today, and I've invited my caveman ex to come on over.
That's the most amazing chicken, by the way.
I wanted maybe Kirk and Brandon to hang out a little bit, so I invited some friends to be the buffers.
Yes, friends. Lots and lots of friends. Like this guy. That's Jimmy DeAnda. He toured with the likes of Bon Jovi and Poison, as well as with Bobby's late ex, Janie Lane. And this fella? That's Phil Suzanne. He played with Ozzy Osbourne and Charise's ex, Vince Neil. Good guys, both of them. Although it's not clear to me how they can smooth things over between Brandon and Kirk.
Well, I didn't want to just have a foursome barbecue. No. And that would have been weird and awkward and not natural.
I've called him a punk.
I see them over in the corner talking, and I hope it's all good. Fingers crossed that this is going to be a fun party and that there's not going to be any drama.
Hey!
I shaved my head.
Oh my God! Oh, cool.
He comes walking in, shaved and fresh on the side of his head.
Person got the knots out of his hair at the hair salon.
That's because you don't comb it in the morning. Why don't you comb it?
I don't comb it. You know, like Skrillex? Just the side. Yeah.
This side, right?
Yeah. He hasn't showered since like Friday.
I'm so mad at Kirk. I told him not to cut Colt's hair, and he did it anyway. I mean, who looks good with a shaved head right there? Nobody.
It's called maintenance and taking care of a child.
He brushes his teeth.
You're looking very dapper today, Daddy. Are those Colt shoes or yours?
We bought the same shoes.
He dresses like ghetto Ken Barbie.
You know that Colt comes in and wakes me up to tell me he's going to bed now.
Because you let him stay up till 1
I fall
a.m.
asleep at 12:30. He's like, Dad, it's 1:45. I need to go to bed. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm sleeping.
Kirk allows Colt to go to bed when he drops. To me, that's not being a good parent.
What's wrong with you that you don't go, it's time for bed and go turn off his light?
Of course, that's why Colt likes to go to his dad's house. There's no rules there. There's black ops and no bedtime. Enjoy.
That's why he comes into you and goes, Dad, it's 1 in the morning.
I was sleeping.
I'm calling BS on that. 10 on a school night. What is he, 17?
Maybe I'm crazy, but it looks like any Kirk and Brandon bonding is taking a back seat to Kirk and Sharise fighting.
I'm a little annoyed with Kirk.
Both Athena and Sharise are trying to do the impossible,
We've got this bond that won't go away.
reintegrating their exes into their new lives.
You and Brandon have been off and on now for 2 years.
This is none of your business.
And they're both having just about the same amount of success.
It is my business.
It's not your business.
It's like going to the fridge, the milk is sour, and putting it back and thinking the next time you go there, it's not gonna be sour anymore.
I came to you with an apology to try to get things together, but I'm not gonna sit down and kiss your ass.
Get out of my house, James. You're not welcome back either.
So once again, Athena is irritated by James, and Sharise is irritated by Kirk.
That's why he comes into you and goes, Dad, it's 1 in the morning.
I was sleeping.
Still, Charise's efforts did produce one unlikely outcome. Just not the one she expected.
Then the roll. I roll it.
Not the one anybody expected.
Next thing I know, Blue's over in the corner trying to rap with some of Kurt's homies.
Not just homies, hip-hop producers. That guy there, that's Oscar, also known as O Brown. At one time, he was a protege of Be Real from the group Cypress Hill. So you'd think he'd have an eye for talent. But this just looks like a big old pile of shouldn't be happening.
Get your roll on. There you go. Oh! Grady's gonna be so proud.
Oh, Brown is amazing.
I feel your energy. Let's go.
I mean, what an awesome guy.
You're gonna have to write her a rap song, man. Yeah, I will.
And he's an amazing rapper.
In my shoes. Yeah.
And this guy is for real.
You have what it takes. What I want to do is we're gonna put you in the studio. I'm gonna write you some raps. We're gonna write the whole song.
Well, you know, I mean, I've always had a passion for music, so I thought I would try my hand at singing.
Keeping it true with Blue.
See, I need to work with him.
I'm gonna be ready to bust.
I'm gonna be ready to bust.
Yeah.
Bust.
I'm gonna bust.
You know, there's just so many ways to take that.
I think that Blue likes attention, and I think this is the way to get some fun attention in her life. She feels overworked. I mean, she's a pole dancer. She likes people's attention, and she's damn good. Damn good.
Blue as a rapper. I did not see that coming. Sharise and Athena failing to find common ground with Kirk and James. That's a little less of a surprise. Although, it makes you wish at least one of the ex-wives could find a way to get along with their ex.
I'm headed over to Bobby's and we're gonna go have some breakfast. Yeah, I knock on the door and I'm hearing, just a minute.
Oh, I'm coming.
Well, come on, girl. When she came to the door, she had her robe on. You ready?
Not really.
Wicked ass smile on her face. I knew right away she was up to something. What are you doing? What's up?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Getting ready.
Are you naked under that?
Why are you asking weird questions?
You're up to something.
No.
Yeah, you are. You have that look about you.
No.
Who's here?
Nobody.
Someone's here.
No.
I'm afraid Bobby's with her toxic Avenger ex, Damon. And if it was, I was gonna turn right around and say his ass can take you. Is Damon here?
No.
Bobby.
Yeah.